Hi, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. I want to talk about driver pay today and particularly company driver pay. Uh, we all know how owner operators get paid. It's usually per load, and they get a percentage from that, anywhere from like 70% to 90% from that load, minus of course the dispatching fees and the fuel insurance and the trailer and all of those good things. But as far as company drivers go, I think I did a video about something similar long time ago, but it was more broad. Now this one will be more specific. And if you are a company driver, and this is my advice to you, if you're brand new, okay, if you're a brand new driver, how to get started, how to uh, get the best pay possible. Now in my opinion, getting paid per hour is the most fair way to get paid in most of the things you do. And that's the same for company driver. Now most trucking companies, because they're over the road, will pay per mile. So if you're paid per mile, then you know, the more you drive, the more you get paid. And if you're sitting, then you're not getting paid. And then no matter for what reason, if you're sitting, sometimes you will get attention pay, sometimes you will get layover pay, but that's not a lot. That's not as much as you could have made had you been driving. And then some company drivers will get paid by the percentage of the load, like 20 to 25% from the load, and that's kind of also, very risky. Now, any other craft, any other kinds of jobs, usually people are paid per hour. Some of the positions, for managers and higher up positions, they will get a salary, which is a different story. Um, but if you are just working like at like a grocery store or factory, or doing any kind of trades, like electrician or mechanic, anything like that, you most likely will get paid by the hour, and that's fair. But why not drivers? Why are drivers paid per mile? Because companies thought, well, if that truck is not rolling, then we are not making money. And if we pay the driver by hour, then that means we still have to pay the driver even though we are not making money. So it's very risky for them. And then this way they can also get away with paying with 1099. And some contractors will get paid by the job, and that's different. If you are getting paid by job, you can tell your customer, hey, well, it's this job will cost $500 to finish. And if you tell them, well, it will take me 10 hours to finish it, I get paid $50 per hour. For them, they're going to be like, well, what if they finish it in 12 hours? So, this way, there are no surprises. I'll just pay them 500. And then if you're a contractor and you know what you're doing, you'll most likely finish that job even faster than that. Okay, so that's, in those kind of cases, then it works out usually for everyone. But if you're a driver, then getting paid by mile or getting paid by percentage is not a fair way. And if you are a driver, or if you're a brand new driver, I have a piece of advice for you. Find a truck driving position that pays by hour, and that also has overtime paid after 40 hours, because some companies will pay company drivers by hour, but they will not pay them overtime. Or if they pay them overtime, they will pay them after 50 hours of working. All right. So that's a bad deal. Also, that's taking advantage of the driver. Why should the driver work 50 or 60 hours a week? And if they do, they should be compensated for that in the same way as others who are getting paid by the hour. So if you're brand new, you don't have your CDL, there are two ways you can get a CDL, or actually three ways. First way is to go and pay for a CDL for driving school yourself out of your pocket, but that can be thousands of dollars. It's very expensive. It's a very high startup costs for you as a company driver. So you can pay someone to teach you, pay a school, but then also it's going to be hard to find a company that will take you without any experience, because a lot of companies will need you to have 1 or 2 years of experience because of their own reasons or because of the insurance that they have. A lot of big carriers, these mega carriers, will not require you to have much experience or any experience at all, and that's why most new drivers will start with them. Also, some of these big carriers will teach you how to drive, and you will have to have a contract for them, usually for like a year, and they will teach you. You don't have to pay them anything for that, but then you have to stay with them for a year or so. All right, so I suggest you look into that contract before you sign it. Or in my case, my brother was actually driving, and I went with him. I got my tests done, same as with a regular car, and I went with him, and I drove, and he taught me, and I got my CDL license for like $140. I think, and that was long time ago. So I just paid for the tests and for the exam, the driving exam. So those are the three ways you can get. Then this is the last one, is the best way, the most cheapest. If you have someone, or if you know someone that wants to teach you, then you should do that. When you're looking for a new job as a new driver, a new driving position, you gotta look into everything. If you're one of those people who wants to go with a mega carrier and have them teach you because essentially it's free, then that's all good. But just have a plan that after a year or so, you're gonna look for something else, something better, and hopefully you can land one of those regional positions. Local is different. Local is like, I don't know if they're going to pay you that much, and with local it's there's sometimes loading, unloading, overnight shifts, a lot of things, but if you want to stay over the road and get paid by the hour, then look for a regional job. Okay, a lot of companies will pay you per hour doing a regional job, and then those kind of positions, sometimes you can be home every 2 or 3 nights, or every other night, or every weekend. So that's good, and you're getting paid by the hour, and you're getting paid overtime. So for you, it doesn't really matter if you're driving or sitting, waiting to get loaded, waiting to get unloaded, getting fuel, getting inspection, a breakdown, anything like that. You're paid the same rate, so you're not always hustling and rushing, and you will have that peace of mind, and you will be fairly compensated for your work. All right, and then also what I can suggest to you or anyone else out there that's watching, if you're looking for a new driving position, don't go with one of these companies that not just do spot market loads with brokers, even if they have a contracted rate or some kind of dedicated freight. Because if you sign up with someone and they are telling you, well, you have a dedicated route and you'll do this and that, okay, sure, but how long is that dedicated route gonna last? A week, a month, a year, you never know. They can lose the contract, they can give it to someone else, something will go wrong, and you'll most likely lose that dedicated load, and they can even lose their contract too. So what are you going to do then? Now you're back to the beginning. What I'm suggesting is that you find a company that either has their own product, or that they are with someone and doing transporting their products. For example, a furniture store, a grocery store, home improvement stores, anything like that, where they either make their own product or store their own product. This way, there are so many upsides with this, and there are essentially no downsides with these jobs. So look for somebody that transports their own freight, that has a DOT number, just because they need it to have their own trucks that transport their own product, not because they want to transport someone else's product and do everything like general freight, auto parts, whatever. So let's say, because I'm gonna take an example like Ashley Furniture. I see their trucks a lot on the road, and there's hundreds of those trucks that specifically transport their own goods. So what are you getting? You're getting an hourly position, okay? You're getting constant work, all right? You're getting the treatment you deserve, because you're not just a driver, you're also not a salesman, but like you represent that company. You're dressed nicely, you go out, you speak to the people, and they want you as a driver to behave in the best way possible with their customers or the places where you deliver, because you represent that company. All right. So most likely they will pay you well. Most likely they will treat you with respect, because they need you. They need someone like you that's reliable, that's kind, that's there on time, and that can safely deliver their product. Most likely they will have benefits. Most likely will be paid by W-2 and other perks. And then most likely there will be a little or no loading and unloading. Sometimes you get a preloaded trailer. You go to your own stores. People will greet you and take you right away and unload you, or you're just gonna drop and hook. You're gonna go to the same locations. You might have your own route. You will know where you're going. You can sleep behind those stores or by those stores. There's so many upsides with having a job like that. All right. So I want you to encourage to look for a job like that, or if you're looking into driving and then you're hearing all these horror stories, how this company is underpaying their drivers, they're cutting their work, they're pushing them. You can essentially avoid most of those things if you find a position like this. And I have, just last few weeks, I've been thinking, because I'm in something like that right now currently, and it's so much easier. There is less pressure. You don't have to deal with truck stops. You just go directly to the stores, and you paid for all the work you do. If you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Never Stop Trucking. My name is Enis. Again, we do trucking, dispatching, transportation videos. Have a great day.